Welcome, 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 you guys. I am so excited to go live. It's been forever since I have been live. As you come on here, I was just on live and I had to start it over. As you come on here, if you can please hit the like button, the thumbs up button, and do me a favor. Hello, the Mystic Witch with lipstick. What a cool... I am the Mystic Witch with lipstick tonight. I put lipstick on. Hopefully, tell me in the comments, you should be able to see me but not see my eyes. And there's a reason for that. And although I'm not going to share it with all of you, the true Masons that are tuning in will understand why that is. So let me know if I've got this set up correctly and you can only see me from like the nostrils down, or if I need to adjust. I would really, really appreciate that. The Mystic Witch or Katie, you can let me know if that... Katie, thank you for all your kind comments. So if one of you can answer me that. Okay, the Mystic Witch and Katie, can you see my eyes? Yes or no? Very important. Yay or no? Waiting on you, ladies. Also going to make someone a moderator, not sure who. Do I have to go and look at my... Okay. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. So, okay, great. That's wonderful. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can I choose a moderator? I don't... Katie, you leave the most beautiful comments. Can I please make you a moderator? You can say no. You would just be deleting any comments that were of a negative connotation. Okay. Just made you a moderator, Katie. So wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate everything you do. As soon as I come out with a video on Andrea Cox TV, or you're always the first to... Gosh, I'm inhaling, even though it's a non-toxic candle. My goodness. You're always so kind to, say thank you for this lovely video. And I just really appreciate you. I don't have very many negative comments, at least not when I'm live, because people are too, they like to hide in the shadows. But you'll know any cursing, anyone who says anything negative. I wanted to tune into you guys. I don't have tarot cards. I don't have oracle cards. And a true reader will not need those types of tools. A true intuitive doesn't need a tarot deck, an oracle deck, a candle, a singing bowl, a drum. They only need their third eye to be open, their heart to be cleared of any muck and mire from the past, and their body to be cleansed. Now, I'm getting ready to go to the gym, and yeah, word is right. And let me just... I'm going to put something in the comments. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. And we're doing a little experiment. So YouTube's been informed that there's been some messing on my channel, right? Unfortunately, in the past, I've been involved with people that actually worked for YouTube, my own mistake, and engineers, etc. And they didn't work for YouTube, they worked for Google. My apologies. And we've noticed that my subscriber count has been at a standstill for several years on both of my channels. Yet my views are in like the 36,000 a month. One channel, I think 2 months ago, had 44,000, and the watch time was really long, yet the subscriber count does not go up or down. So what I would like all of you to do is double check that you are subscribed. I just want to make sure And if you could share the channel, that would be appreciated. It is being watched extremely, extremely closely. As you guys know, a few years ago, it's not going on now, but I had some people messing with my business, and all of my social media is monitored now, all my devices, everything. We've got bugs on things, so if anything goes awry, et cetera. You see the sun coming out when I say that, there's a reason. So I'm hearing the sun will come out tomorrow. All of a sudden I'm hearing that. Wow, talk about the glow up, right? So I wanted to talk to you guys about quite a few things. The body, codependency, and also what you are allowing in your auric field and into your head. And I'm on a deep level from, it can be from who you live with, who you hang with, or who you watch. Wow, that's bright. Or who you watch, right, on social media. Now, when your third eye is clear, I want to talk about the third eye being clear. And I don't care what reader battles me on this, they can kiss my tuchus. When you are still eating red meat or pork, you do not have a cleansed open third eye. It takes 6 to 8 years after you stop eating red meat and pork for the third eye to open. That is a fact. Vegan 22 years here, by the way. No eggs, no dairy, no fish, no pork, no red meat, no chicken, nothing. No eggs, no nothing. So be mindful. You know, I see some readers and some spiritual people, they come on and they speak, and their eyes are stoned beyond belief. Hang on one second, you guys. Oh my gosh, is that better? We'll just let the light shine in. Let the light shine in, shall we? I see some readers that come on, not even readers, I see some spiritual people come on and speak. And this is not to bash spiritual leaders, but they are so stoned that you cannot even see the whites of their eyes. And that's a fact. I see tarot readers that are smoking a cigarette while they read. If you have addictions that you haven't conquered, how are you trying to lead the collective? That's my question. How do you lead the collective when you have an addiction? Well, you don't. You lead them down a wrong path, right? Now, I may get slammed for this. I may have someone come on smoking a bowl, smoking a cigarette, and they may just be cursing me up and down the street. I don't care what you do on your own time. But you need to really, really be mindful of who you allow into your living room, your personal space. Those of you who are new to this channel, I actually have another channel, and it's got views in the millions. I think I'm over 4 million views. It's called Andrea Cox TV, and it's a health and wellness channel. And I've been in the detox industry for years. I got into the spiritual world. I've always been into the spiritual world. I've always talked to spirits. I've always seen things before they were going to happen. I had a childhood friend named Bertha that used to give me insights. Sounds crazy, but my family can vouch for that. I've always had these gifts. But one thing that it's a blessing and also a curse is being able to see through the BS of people. Having a sun in Pisces, the high priestess, Venus in Pisces, the high priestess, a moon in Scorpio, seeing the darkness in others, a rising in Scorpio, a north node and a fourth house and a Saturn that are extremely lit as far as intuition. And I don't share all my astrological placements because people can do work on you, and I don't believe in that. Having a Nishaktra that is a Libra Scorpio Nishaktra in Vedic, and being a Pisces in Vedic also, I will tell you that when you can see both the dark and the light in people, it makes you dangerous. People don't like that because you see through the crap that people are doing. Okay. Like I can tell when I've mentioned someone and someone is mentioning the same thing a day later, a week later, a month later, or a year later, and they don't know what they're talking about. It's comical to me. It's comical and it's also quite sad because that is a person that is oh, I love Nova Scotia and Canada. I've been there all over. Prince Edward Island, Moncton, Halifax, Newfoundland, took the ferry over to Newfoundland and Prince Edward Island, fist bump. I toured there when I was very young for 30 days as a model with a group of girls. So yeah, great. I've been all over there. Did a lot of traveling when I was a baby, got it all out of my system, but I want to do it again. But let me get back on subject. It is so sick what I'm seeing in the world. The world is about to be split in a few different directions. There are the sheep that are following what I can't say because I don't want to be censored, what the flock is following. There are the woke that see through what the flock is following. There are the very young that have that extra, chromosome or extra seedling that see through all this, and they're going to be suppressed and stressed about it. They're very gifted. These children that are coming and being born right now are extremely gifted. They are of the light. There are the earth angels, right? The star seeds, the ones that were born in like the 1970s that were dropped here on earth for the first time, and they have flaws, right? That really see the light and shine the light, and others are scared of them, so they try to suppress them, cut them down, put them in a box, whatever. It's really survival of the fittest for them. And then there are those that are the fake leaders, right? The ones that have the engineering background, the marketing background, that can really, really see what people are tapping into and trying to make money off of it. And they really are not spiritual beings at all. And those are the people that you need to be very mindful of. I did a reading last night for a gal, and it was so funny. Wonderful gal. And I said, who has a pit bull? She goes, oh my gosh, my sister does. I said, yeah. And then, does your mom date a Capricorn? Oh my God, she does. Oh my good. I don't know if she's on here or not, but when you are truly intuitive, the stuff when you do a reading, the stuff that comes up, the stuff that comes out is uncanny. It will blow people's mind. You aren't guessing. You aren't using a deck. You are intuiting what they are going through and the direction and the path they need to take. I will tell you, anyone who's smoking a bowl 12 times a day, anyone who is, I'm just going to load it out there right now, who is stuffing their face nonstop with packaged processed foods, meat, dairy, look, I've been attacked by the dairy industry just like Oprah was attacked years ago by the dairy industry. Trust me, I've had blog posts removed off of AndreaCox.com and everything. The dairy industry is horrific and dangerous, okay? And so are a lot of people in politics, and we'll just leave that be. There's a lot of people disappearing, right, that have talked out about holistic health and things of that nature. Do the research online about all the holistic healers that are no longer with us and about their eerie deaths and things of that nature. There's like 50 of them. There's a woman that reports that often. She's really, really good. But it's funny. I see through so much the darkness in this world. I know the real from the fake. I see it clear as day. And that scares people. It frightens people who aren't in alignment. Just because someone purchases a cloak from Mexico that a family put their hard-earned time and effort into making, just because they're playing a drum and chanting, does not make them a spiritual person. Does that person have leather seats in their vehicle? Does that person eat steak at a steakhouse that gets meat from, gets their dairy and their cream from a factory farm? Does that person drink Starbucks? Is that person watching what other people do that they know are smarter than them, that they know are faster than them at catching on, and have their people looking in on that person, putting their ads on that person's videos? I have someone that's done this to me for years and years and years. This person's been in health and now they're claiming spirituality. And, sometimes when people throw you under the bus and use you for their advertising and knowledge again and again and again and again and again, you got to call them out. They know who they are. It's a group of people. San Diego is a marketing hub. It is the hub of marketing. I don't hate marketers at all. I think they're brilliant marketers out there. And there's some that are truly legit in what they do. They don't steal from others. They don't ride other people's coattails. They don't have people hack people to see who's going to interview who and then interview them first. They don't do any of that crap. They don't clump together to throw one person under the bus so they rise above. I want to tell you something. The karma that comes to those people, it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. It's audits. It's health issues. It's eventual relationship problems, addictions, and no real spiritual gift because they're playing a fake song of spirituality. Be mindful who you listen to. I'm going to talk about codependency now. Thank you. I appreciate it. I want you guys to take the subscribing thing very seriously because I know the group of people who tampered with my stuff. I know. But now that my stuff's being monitored, we actually might have to move my channels to a different URL. That's what Google's suggesting because they see the tampering. And I don't want to do that. I'd have to change it everywhere else, but I might have to. Oh, I will visit there. Thank you. Let's talk about codependency. And I want you guys to go back and watch this from the beginning. And I do have to get to the gym. Gosh, my ponytail's so tight. It's giving me migraine. Sorry, you guys. Codependency is something that we all go through at some point in our life. Hang on one second. All of us, each and every one of us go through codependency at some point in our life. I want you guys to go over and subscribe to my free newsletter. I just shared it. Codependency is something that we all go through at some point in our life. I've went through it. I've been in a codependent relationship. Other people go through it. And one person is always the weaker link. This can be in friendship, relationships, It can be in families. It can be child situations. One person is always the weaker link. Okay. It's sad when it's a child and parent because the child doesn't grow up to be everything, especially if a parent like gives them too much money and stuff like that. But that's another story. When it's in a relationship, and I'm speaking from experience, it will weaken. I'm going to give just an example. Say you're a woman with children, you're in a codependent relationship, and you know that if that person were to leave you, you would not be able to pay your bills on your own. You know this. You know this to be true. Leave anyway. Leave anyway. Leave anyway. I'm going to tell you something. If someone is saying to you, and again, I had a client this afternoon, this is her situation, and this is what's bringing this up in me so strongly, because I help a lot of women end codependency. And not from a standpoint of hiring a ghostwriter to write a post for Facebook for me and getting clients that way. These are the type of women that are attracted to my services. Extremely wealthy women that own businesses. I've got judges, doctors, lawyers, actresses, attorneys that are my clients, and women who are in codependent relationships. Usually, if a woman is highly successful, she's giving to a man. Something I won't even get a guy a lollipop. I don't know why women do that. I've never been in that position. But let me explain something to you. If you are a woman who is being verbally abused, who is being beat, who is being hit, who is being told you won't make it without me, who is being told do what I say and I'll take you to the top, run. Fast. Fast. Men who show up with the wallet first and put women in codependent situations are weak. They're weak. A man who rushes things, wants to move in with a woman right away, wants to put a ring on her hand right away, wants to cover all the bills, etc. You are eventually becoming so weak that if something were to happen, he were to say, go somewhere else, or you don't do what he likes, or you don't do what he says, where does that leave you? Stuck. So I highly recommend you guys get an intuitive, just a session off the detoxintuitive.com. If this is your situation, if money is a factor, just get a simple love reading. It's the cheapest reading on there. It's my cheapest offering on there. Thank you for the likes, you guys. But I can help you devise a plan to get out of this. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick, but you need to start now. Let's talk about other things. And I can't talk about too much what's going on in the world. I will use the word preparation. Preparation. Do you have a generator in the garage? Do you have a storage of dry goods, flashlights, candles? Really? Like, do you? I do. So I'm just wondering, do you? You need to. The world's not in the best place, guys. Okay? It's not. It's not. Do you have security systems on your websites? Do you have a bug on there to show when someone tries to come to your website and steal your content and things like that, or hack your stuff? I do. Get it on there. Are your phones monitored? Using a VPN? I do. I have 4 phones, 2 no one has the number to. You got to be mindful. Things are all online now, folks. We got to smarten up. Got to put on our big girl britches. our big boy trousers and we have to get smart. We have to know. We have to be prepared, right? Know who your neighbors are. I got the guy down to the left side of me. I don't have very many neighbors. I live on a big lot, on a double lot, but his guitar got delivered to me the other day from Amazon. I thought, I'm not, it's definitely the wrong house. So I went down, and instead of leaving a note, I knocked on the door. He wasn't there. I brought the guitar back with me. I waited till he was home, and I introduced myself to him. Know your neighbors. Be friendly. Have a stash of lights. Have enough dried goods, organic oatmeal, dried fruit, dates, nuts, spotted seeds, things of that nature. This has got to be the tightest ponytail I've ever done. I'm so sorry, you guys. Sorry. Sorry. Preparation is key with what's going on. I also want to talk about mindset. A positive mindset, now that we got all the negative stuff out of the way, will take you farther than a negative mindset ever will. I've had a lot of people hit me up lately to work with me. A lot of people. I personally work best alone. Not that I accomplish most alone, but I have a few people that I outsource things to that I've worked with for a few years now that I really get along well with. And we're about to do a complete redesign and all that stuff. And there is legitimately 5 different companies I'm considering to do that, like 5 different companies. When someone approaches you to do work for you, trust your intuition. Someone approached me recently and I'm like, there's something that doesn't feel right about this to me. It's almost like I felt like they were sent, right? My intuition was like, okay, this is someone who was sent, or this is someone who's been looking at me for a long time and maybe they've messed something up to play the hero or something. Like, I get downloads, guys. I get downloads. These are not from a paranoid place. It's from experience. Trust your intuition the first time. Also, notice what happens when you refuse to work with someone, when you just say, I don't think this is a good fit. Watch your stuff. See if there's any tinkering done. You got to be mindful, especially those of you who are building an online presence. Be mindful. When everything is online, people can be they can be snakes. They can. You have to be mindful. And I know what you guys are thinking. No, I do good in the life, and so only good people are going to come around me. Let me tell you something. When I first got off the boat to San Diego from Ohio, I thought the same exact thing. I thought, okay, only good people are going to bring good into my life, etc. I had a snake find me on the internet and only bring negativity into my life for a very long time. That same snake is still sending people to patronize my business, to find out trade secrets, etc. Be very mindful. Be very mindful. Mindfulness is everything. See the sun coming in on that? That's a message for someone. Stay woke. Let people do their dance. Let people play things out and just know what's going on. Okay. Thank you, Golden White Swan. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, The Mystic. Thank you, Spiritually Beautiful. Oh, thank you for saying that about Roger. Here are his ashes. My heart. His hair, his paw, his sweet name engraved. His ashes are in here, and I've also got a necklace on the way that's being handmade. And I've got some of his ashes in the kitchen in a glass in the cupboard. I'm gonna wear him around my neck. He was the most precious, loving dog in the world, other than you, Lewis. And I want to tell you guys something. Dogs can feel. I was cleaning up. We're rebranding. I'm doing a lot of stuff with a lot of different companies. And those of you who don't know, I have a background in interior design, and I was cleaning up stuff because I'm doing something with a furniture company. And I had these right here on this table in a different spot. Right now, they're in this old wooden bowl. And my dog Lewis came over, and I think he smelled the hair and he started whimpering. It was so sad. Dogs feel. Don't be leaving your dogs out in the heat. I had to call the police on one of my neighbors. I'm not even going to lie. About a week ago, because their dog was like crying out in the heat. The guy who delivered this, let me just say something real quick now that we're on the subject, because I love animals. Everybody knows that. They originally spelled Roger's name wrong on his box. And they're like, oh, you can leave the ashes here. The veterinarian said that, and we'll get his new ashes in. I said, no, I'm taking his ashes home. I called the company on the back. I'm going to cover their name. They said, we'll deliver the new box to your home. The guy that came to deliver his box actually did the cremation. I had my dog cremated, obviously, and because I want to take him with me wherever I go. And I said, here's a picture of my dog. Do you remember him? And he said, yeah, I'm the one that cremated your dog. He was a Cancer. I guessed he was a Cancer. That's my Saturn placement. So and your spiritual teacher. And so I was like, do you see, most of the things that come to you, I'm sure the dogs are treated really well, because cremations are very expensive. And he said, actually, no, around here, we see a lot of dogs left out in the heat. He said that. A lot of dogs left out in the heat. And I'm sure where there's snow, there's a lot of dogs left in the cold. So the way you treat animals directly, God, this ponytail, you guys, I'm telling you what, never again. The way you treat animals is a direct reflection on your karma. If you think you can treat animals bad and that your karma will be smooth sailing, think again. The animal kingdom, those are just reincarnated ancestors that have come to you. That dog in the corner is your grandma. That squirrel outside that comes and is really cute every morning, that's your sister in a past life. These are reincarnated loved ones. Treat animals with the utmost respect. Do not mistreat your animals. Don't. Feed them the highest grade food. My dogs eat a raw food diet. Dog now, singular. Rescue, adopt, don't shop. Let's talk about a few other things. Let's talk about how to heighten our intuition. I have quite a few articles. You guys, I'm going to have to take this ponytail out because it is no joke. I don't know what I was thinking when I did this ponytail, but that's so much better. Let's talk about heightening our intuition and what we can do to do that. So what I said in the beginning of this video was we can stop eating meat. We can stop eating processed foods, right? Pork and red meat definitely affects our intuition. Doesn't heighten it. It blocks the third eye. Sunning naked outside. Find a place where your neighbors can't see you and lay out naked, expose yourself, really lay out and get sunshine. Vitamin D heightens your intuition. Getting enough sleep heightens your intuition. My God, you guys, hang on one second. I've got to take this out because this is so painful. Okay. That was hilarious. That was like so painful. I think it was making me mean that when my ponytail is too tight, like it is no joke. Sorry. First world problems there. So not eating animal products, not eating dairy, eggs, gluten, things that stop you up. Are you serious? What did I fasten this with? Jeez. You guys. Ow. My ponytail is so tight. Oh, maybe there's like a hair stuck in there that's okay. Getting enough sleep. Surrounding yourself with people that bring peace into your life. Making sure you're on a good regime. Crystals are also great. Clearing out your chakras, right? Not partaking in drugs and alcohol, even weed, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know who can like intuit stuff when they're smoking weed constantly. Who does that? Like, are we 15 in high school? Seriously. Who does that? Like, come on, clean it up. I'm sorry if you're offended. If you have an injury, that's different. If you're taking an edible, you have an injury or something like that, or you need a release, but a true spiritual being is cleansed, right? They're cleansed. Also, I was reading in a book recently about farming and agriculture, and I come from a family of farmers. My family is from Ohio and Kentucky. My sisters and I own a farm in Kentucky. So we come from farmers. And my whole family on my dad's side, they grow all their own food. My Aunt Lisa just shared a photo with me the other day. She's like, here's all our tomatoes grown in cow manure. I'm about to replant my 4 large, huge garden beds on the other side. I've got them bringing dirt next weekend. And farming and growing your own food, growing your own flowers, growing your own herbs is one of the noblest professions. Now, all the fake spiritual people go out and start growing their own food, which is great. I hope so, right? I'll be proud. But it's a very noble profession. It's something that really should be touted as a loving thing to do for the environment, to do for your children, yourself. I love that you're taking notes. Also, taking care of the body. Go to the gym right now? No, I'm chunky right now, though. I've put on weight since I've moved here. I'm not used to having this, not used to it. I'm used to being this way. And, that's not to put that out there. This way's great. This way's great. But for me, I know where I feel best at. And where I feel best at is at a certain weight. So when I start feeling like I'm not, pulled together, or like when I'm not feeling, for me, it's all about the way I feel, right? And my self-esteem. If I put on too much weight, if I go over a certain amount, I hide from the world. I hide behind my hair and don't want to talk to people. I get like all these cheeks. And so for me, going to the gym is for my mind. It's for my self-esteem, right? I love to eat. I make amazing food. I'm about to upload a video to Andrea Cox TV, an awesome cabbage recipe. So that's another thing you can do. I'm uploading a video tonight, and it is called The Best Cabbage Soup. And it's a cabbage soup I watched my grandmother make years and years ago. I honestly think she made it because that's all she had in the kitchen at the time. It's really yummy. It's got blackstrap molasses. So if you guys have menstruation problems or painful menstruation, it'll be really good for you. But it's about a 13-minute video because I go through the whole process of making the recipe. Recipe has 5 ingredients. It is so cheap to make. If you have kids, you can put it in the fridge and feed them all day. So when you're done subscribing here, hop on over to Andrea Cox TV and subscribe over there. I'm going to pop off here. I think that I said enough. I probably rambled. I haven't been live with you for a long time. If you guys, after you subscribe here and subscribe to Andrea Cox TV, tell me in the comments what you want to see more of, or tell me now. Do you want to see more readings? All the monthly readings are up. Do you want to see where I pop on here and you guys can do super chats and I can do like quick readings for you? Like, tell me what you want to see more of. Do you want to hear more about astrology? Because I'm really versed there. Or do you want me to talk more about the collective? So let me know. You guys can type it in now or wait and type it in after I'm offline. Guys, a lot. I'm sorry I came down on you guys about the weed. You shouldn't need to suppress anything. You need to suppress anything, not with food, not with alcohol, not with weed. You shouldn't need to suppress anything. You should let it come out. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Katie Swan. You're so nice. Goodness. Okay, you guys, I'm going to take my ponytail out because obviously that's a situation there. Like, I don't think I've ever had a migraine from pulling my ponytail. When my hair gets super long, what happens is I take this and I wrap it around my ponytail 5 or 6 times to shorten my ponytail, and I tie it in a knot. I literally tie my hair in a knot, and sometimes I pull just a little freaking too tight. Oh my gosh. Anyway, thanks you guys. What a rambling video. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for subscribing. I really need to see, and YouTube already thinks it's tampered with and that I need to move it to a different URL. They're also looking into it. And I've got someone else that's really got access to a lot of really good systems that's looking into it. But I think what it is someone that used to work for Google that tampered with it. And that person's being looked into as well. So if you could subscribe to the channel, that would really, because it's odd, 36,000 views last month and not one subscriber. And the same on the other channel. Are you telling me like 50,000 people watched my videos and there wasn't one subscriber? That's not normal. That didn't happen. So when I know something's and I'm not frozen by YouTube at all. I've already checked. So we know something's up and we're going to find out. I love you guys. Have a beautiful night. And I will talk to you soon from my heart to yours. Love you guys. Be well. Be careful. Be mindful of the phony spiritualists out there. Be very, 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 very mindful. Seriously. I can watch people. I can watch people's like Facebook story and be like, oh my God, are you serious? Like, you are about as spiritual as my cell phone case. Like, gotta be kidding me. And it's not coming from a judgmental place. From having moon in Scorpio, rising in Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio, Nakshatra, and being a Pisces. I see through people like the back of my hand. And, just be real. And, being real is not, and I want to say this, like, I don't walk around, like when I'm on video and I'm filming on Facebook, I do a lot of stuff on Facebook Live. And I don't walk around like that all day. I walk around in a sundress with no makeup on, with my hair in a bun. Half the time my house is a mess if my cleaning lady hasn't been here. And, I'm feeding Lewis and I'm talking to a client and I'm making food and I'm doing all kinds of stuff, but I'm real about it. I'll shoot stuff on my stories, makeup lists, and I'm not phony about it. Be real. Like when I see someone being full of crap and repeating something in a generic way that they've seen someone else say or putting it in a quote, I am just like, oh my God, like, do you even know what that means? You need to look that up because you do not know what you're talking about. And it's sad, you guys. It is sad. There is a lot of marketing and clout climbing that goes on in certain areas, especially in the United States, especially in San Diego. I'm so happy to be out of San Diego and to have cut that cord. Best decision I ever made. I miss a few people there that are genuine, but there is a circle of, look, they've thrown the bus of shady marketers that really need to learn true spirituality, true health and wellness, and stop trying to clout climb, use other people's social media to advertise on and steal other people's clients. It's sad. It is. It's sad. And I'm happy I spoke out about it. I'm not near as big as all of them together. And that's okay because I'm real. And when you're real, that's valuable. You get the real black book of the elite, the real black book without this or this or this. And if you don't know what that means, you're not a true Mason. I don't have to. I know all about this. I know about this, and I know about this. I learned it years ago when I was invited on a Fox TV show that was a $30 million production, and I didn't want to lie down for something. And my name was torn through the mud. So I know all about that stuff. And I know the ins and outs. And I have the elite clientele that keep me living beautifully to prove that. But you can't really talk about the Illuminati and Masonry and all that stuff on here. People don't. But you'll hear a lot of the fake spiritualists talking about it now because I brought it up. But the real people know. And thank you guys. Thank you for supporting this video. Thank you for supporting me with your donations. Happiness Company or whatever you are, your donations are beautiful. Thank you for all of you who have booked private readings. Thank you for subscribing to my channels. Go over and subscribe to Andrea Cox TV as well. We are really looking into the subscriber count. And here's the thing. I don't even care. I could have 1 subscriber, 0 given, could care less. It's when you're being slowed down by other people that you have to take notice of that and you have to put a stop to it. I love you guys. Be well. Bye. Oh, and the new book, Eat Right for Your Zodiac. You can buy that on AndreaCox.com and on the Detox Intuitive. It'll come right into your inbox. 144 pages of plant-based recipes. It's a beautiful book.